Oh, fuck. There we go, boys. We are live. So, hey guys, welcome to the first of a possible opportunity, possible new series going on. It's called, as of right now, it's called the Zealous podcast. It's a very unorganized podcast right now, but if it turns into something that starts gaining traction, we are going to try to do more of it. Obviously, I'll probably be in every single one, depends on the guest, varying for week. See, first error already. Shit happens. We're just, like I said, boys, it's very, very unorganized. It was just something we wanted to do quickly. So basically how this podcast is going to go, I think, is as of today, right now, we're just going to kind of talk, introduce ourselves, talk about our friend group. So if you guys didn't know, my name is Austin. This is my brother, Logan. Not actual brother, but, you know, brother from different... Logan. I'm dyslexic. This is Noah. This is Logan. And they're both my buddies. Fucking love these guys. So...
Clearly not getting our names mixed up.
Hey, I'm a little dyslexic with it. So, yeah, so I think this might be a new series. I've been wanting to do something for my channel, but I haven't really figured out what I want to do yet. Because the gaming stuff's kind of been fading away a bit. And I've been listening to a lot of podcasts at work, and I've just been really inspired.
Shout out Misfits Podcast.
Misfits Podcast, yes. So, just before we start, is there any podcasts you guys normally listen to?
I'm not much of a podcaster, but I mean, like, I've dabbled with the Misfits Podcast.
Donut Media for me.
Donut Media? Yeah. So I'll listen to, just because when I'm working and stuff, I have, like, a lot of time to think and I'm bored and shit. And, you know, I'll work in a room by myself. So I have a lot of time to listen to podcasts. I've been getting into a lot of Tasteless Gentlemen and Misfits podcasts, along with Cold Ones. So if you guys didn't know, Cold Ones is anything for views and Maximofo. And I was a big fan of Joji and all that until... Or Filthy Frank until he kind of went on his own career. Still, I'm a huge fan.
I knew we'd get a comment like this.
What did it say?
Vape God.
We are Vape God.
Okay, 1, 2... No, you mess it up.
I got excited.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
And that's it. Everyone hates us on this podcast now.
We completely smoked out the screen.
Okay, well, we're doing like a video podcast, so it technically counts as just a live stream recording. So.
Yeah, just for now. So this is an unorganized one. I want to eventually see if we can do a more organized one for YouTube and maybe upload it to Spotify at some point. But as of right now, we're not going to have any specific schedules, so we're not going to do a weekly thing as of right now, unless it starts gaining more traction and shit. He says, oh yeah, so sick. All right. So, yeah, anyway, so I've been listening to a lot of Cold Ones, a lot of Tasteless Gentlemen, Misfits podcasts. Also love the H3 podcast and Mom's Basement, which is Keemstar, which is kind of funny because of all that drama that just happened with H3 and Keemstar, but it's all good.
Let me see if we can search up your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I could join you.
Comment on our own
podcast. Commenting like you're the biggest fan. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. This is so great.
Okay, yeah,
what's
so
your YouTube channel again?
AGR Zealous.
Zealous. Huh?
Yeah. So I don't know, to kick it off, Logan, how about you start by telling a bit about yourself, you know, and kind of see where it goes from there.
Okay. Well, hi. I guess I'm Logan. I met these idiots when I was still in college. I'd come back from the Hollywood Undead concert about...
We got that money! I'm getting that money through the monetization. Let's go.
All right, just cut me
Oh, we
off.
got the double ads on. Okay, continue. I'll shut the fuck up.
But basically what happened was I have a really bad resting bitch face, and these guys come into they come into my
We just hit him again, for fuck's sake.
oh wow.
Cool.
All right. You gonna keep interrupting me, or can I speak?
Oh, wait,
Okay, let's buckle down.
Okay. But so these guys came into my my college when they were still in high school, kind of doing that, like, oh, we want to see how what we can take after high school for post-sec. So they came in, and I was exhausted and just not in a good mood. And then these two idiots, they come in, and they look like the biggest POSs I think I've ever seen. Oh my goodness, I wanted to punch them both in the teeth. And there's this other guy who would not stop talking about video games to the point where it's cringe.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, and that was neither one of us too. It was just some
Final
guy.
Fantasy was my mom, guys. Oh! But anyways.
Just beating on the guy.
What if he's our viewer right now? If it is you,
Our
man.
one viewer, God, 0 views.
You seem like a nice guy, but we do clown on you a little bit. It's
A little
okay.
bit.
It's all
Years
love.
ago anyways.
Yeah, it's true. But anyways, so I'm doing my thing. It's we're doing the TV aspect of my schooling. So I'm in the control room, manning the cameras and making sure that everything's good on the monitors. Let's not blow into my face. And this idiot over here, frickin' Noah, starts talking to me about Hollywood Undead because he knew just enough to get a conversation going.
I'll be honest there, it wasn't very truthful of me to say that I was into Hollywood Undead. I was just like, hey, like, I know that song Young because I played it on Rock Band. Good shit, bro.
But dude, if he never played that, we would have still thought that Logan was just a
That's
douche.
very true. That's very true.
I was the douche coming from Chad Meister.
You look like a little street trash at the time because you were all depressy.
Gee, I wonder why. It's not like I was fucking dumb.
Meanwhile.
No, wait, that was before I got dumb.
Yeah, that was before.
Oh, I was just tired.
Yeah, you were tired, bro.
I was just exhausted.
That was the night of the concert, bro.
Yeah, it was like the very next day. I woke up and went to school. I wanted to skip so bad, but I'm glad I didn't because now I got to meet you idiots.
You know, that's kind of something that we've discussed about as a friend group, and I'm just going to say this for the podcast, is, you know, some of the best memories you have with someone, or even meeting someone, is the most spontaneous, random, like way you meet the person you're the closest with. Like, that's kind of what's cool, because you never know, like, what opportunity you're going to take or decision you make that kind of causes you to collide paths with someone. Right?
Yeah. Like, after Noah started talking to me about Hollywood Undead, I recognized he was wearing NF stuff, so we started talking about NF. And then from NF, it was a little bit of Logic. And then Noah
I was not into any of those guys.
I know, but that's exactly the thing.
Still aren't.
Is you kind of drifted out of
No,
that.
you're not sure I fuck with.
Okay, hi.
You drifted out of that conversation, so it was just me and him talking. So through that, I walked up to him right at the end of the day when they're about to go. Oh!
And she is gone. Like I said, guys, disclaimer, we'll have a more organized thing if we continue doing this in the future.
Oh yes, those absolutely perfect angles cutting off the top of your head. There you go.
Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh.
You know what? I don't give a shit. You can go eat your own dicks.
Yes, look right at look at the pectorals.
That's
the
wicked.
non-existent pectorals. Fuck you.
It's a good thing we started off with Logan. Now we can interrupt him while we get organized, and then when it.
really feeling appreciated on the podcast.
Just absolutely murdered.
Just butchered.
I wasn't butchered. You butchered your entire speech.
All right,
You guys kept interrupting
let's
me.
just get back to the podcast, guys.
You keep cutting me off, both of you.
The ADHD levels are beyond reality.
Oh, it's ridiculous. But anyways, so after the schooling and all that crap was done, Austin came up and like we just started chatting a little bit, and I was like, "Hey man, if you have any questions about this," because like he showed a genuine interest in my school. So I was like, "All right, well if you want to know anything, like I'm a very good person to talk to because like I wasn't taking school 100% seriously, but it wasn't completely not wasting my time. Like I was there, so I could give a very open, very young interview of like what my school was like. So we started talking, and then we started connecting on like a religious basis because I used to identify as a religious person. And what ended up happening was we started talking, and I was like, hey, that other guy that we were talking to, he seemed pretty cool. Thank you. that idiot right there. So I was like, you know what? I was like, you should give him my snap. So all of a sudden we had each other's snap. We just started talking. And then how me and Noah became friends was one day I just said, hey, you should come pick me up and go for a cruise.
We're not going to mention this subject.
No, we're not. We'll just say we got connected on a
You'll never hear the end of that story.
They made out. and they've just been. I've just kind of been that guy.
Fuck you, man.
Go get your hat.
No!
Go get your hat.
Fuck, man. Come on.
All right, guys, welcome to DJ Bass Phantom
Shut
Podcast.
the fuck up. This is the Zealous podcast. I'm the host.
I'm just.
Just, no, this is my moment.
Oh
It's
yeah.
mine, guys. It's my channel.
Bitch.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Okay, guys.
Fuck.
Fuck
I told you guys. They've just had a sexual relationship from day one, and they think I don't know about it. Looks like the host has been kicked out of the channel's party. Oh, quick shout out to Nico. So, funny story, just quick tangent, funny story. So Nico was so back in the Black Ops 2 days, when me, and if you guys are longtime fans of this channel, shut up, Austin Clem, also known as Reagans, him and I were gaming a lot, and we were starting to kind of do something with videos and that. And so we were just talking mad shit in a search and destroy lobby one day, and like I was annoying. I was the squeaker. Stop it! I was the annoying squeaker, and I was like, get shit on! Like I was that kind of kid, right? Well, literally, I know external. I'm gonna butcher his name. It's Cleveland or something. Nico, the guy that's commenting right now, he was actually recording. Him and his friend group were talking shit, and they made a huge 40-minute video, just roasting the fuck out of me and just like exposing me for the clown.
I'm on my new channel, which is a sensitive.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Dude, I gotta say those names are actually kind of dope.
We're just gonna casually shout out another channel on our podcast.
Wait, why not? Why not?
Why not?
Just free publicity, why not? There you go.
Hype.
That's how it's done. Oh, fuck.
But yeah, then from there we just kind of gamed more and kind of talked a bit because we were like having to comment more on YouTube. And I was like all insecure and shit about it at the time because I was a little piece of shit at the time. Still am, I'm just grown a bit, but so yeah, that's how I know him, and I haven't talked to him in forever.
This guy wants a shout out. NSD Bigfoot.
Can you imagine Bigfoot on LSD?
I think NSD stands for
Facts, we do gotta catch up.
How
non-sexual dick.
Non-sexual dick.
Bro, what if they were the ones who all of a sudden just got picked up, like, from our podcast? They're like, hey, I'm gonna go check out their channel, and they just completely leave us. Like, we give all these, like, other channels just a random boost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Okay, what are we doing now?
Okay.
So I was still talking about how,
okay,
like...
continue your fucking story.
Well, you guys...
Noah and Austin, just shut the fuck up and let him speak. Go. It's all yours.
Oh, my... Oh, thank you. The spotlight. Anyways. So, I go cruising with this guy, and we got very connected very quickly. Like, we knew pretty much everything about each other, and we just started hanging out. And then, through that, we started trying to, like, all hang out together. And then, like, my best memory of, like, finally hanging out with, like, just the two, like, all three of us was your 18th birthday.
That was fun.
And
sloshed.
we got trashed. It was a good night.
I ended up having like 14 guys sleeping in my basement. You just go to my basement and there's just people everywhere.
Your parents were trying to keep me and Logan away from each other.
Your parents thought we were...
We thought you guys were gonna fight and have some weird sexual relationship in the spare room.
So dumb.
And like this is my when I first started my first year, so I kind of it was some of my university buddies that I didn't really like. Now they're like my best friends, but at the time I didn't really know them well. I kind of was getting to still know each other and have good friend dynamic. So yeah, that was some of the best memories together for sure. Noah, how about you tell how before we met Logan, how you and I met?
Okay, so a little bit of backstory. I didn't finish all of my high school. I went to Tommy Douglas for 4 years, and then on my fourth year of grade 12, my first year of grade 12, I ended up not meeting requirements, and I, had to take a lot of classes over again. So I went to Mount Royal, and Mount Royal has a lot more, expansion into like the trades and the arts and stuff like that. You're fucking amazing. And so I joined this program where a bunch of grade 12 schools kind of came together, and they went on a tour towards media and studio recording, I guess. Media and radio is what it was. And I guess me and Austin met on the bus, and he was the only one that was like
normal,
not a nerd. I don't know, it's weird because I've just like all the other people were pretty cool and stuff. We got along and everybody was joking around. But like Austin was the only guy where it's just like, I mean, him and I look good together. Let's continue this. Yeah. And then he just started beatboxing randomly, like a douchebag. He just started randomly beatboxing.
I was like listening to NF or something.
Yeah, and you just started beatboxing. I was just like, okay, dope. I kind of do that too, so let's do it together. And then we did it together, and it was like, okay, hype.
Yeah.
Then friendship right there.
And like for the rest of the day, we were just kind of like stuck on glued to each other and just bullshitting. Like it was so much fun. And we actually didn't all really hang out till a couple months after that.
Yeah, it took a while.
And it honestly, it was kind of Logan who brought us all together again. Because he messaged both of us, like, not gonna lie, keep it real, you guys were like, I thought you guys were douchebags. I wanted to throat punch you the second I fucking saw you guys. And then I was like, oh, okay. And so then, but after, he's like, I can tell you're going through some shit at the time and that.
Oh, hold on.
We'll do comments in a sec here. But he was like, I can tell that you guys were like kind of going through shit, and if you ever want to talk or something, just let me know, because I kind of need a friend too. And so from there, we just kind of got talking on Instagram, and I was a little nervous at first, and then we ended up all hanging out and having a fun time. But yeah, let's read these comments quickly. So, how do we pull up the chat? Okay.
No,
not there.
Just tap it. Tap the screen.
Oh, there we go. So it says, Nico says, I'm actually striving to do YouTube and voice acting full time. That's actually awesome, man, and you have my full support. I've been seeing you on Facebook a bit, kind of put it out there. And yeah, man, I hope that passion and that just kind of takes you somewhere, man. Because YouTube is so much fun to do when it's not all about those analytics and money and stuff, and that. And then I think Bigfoot asked how long we are, how old we are.
I am 21.
I'm 21, turning 22 this December.
And I'm the fetus who's still 19.
Yeah.
Remember back in Xbox days when I was usually the oldest, by the way, turning 20. Oh, on Monday it's his birthday. Happy fucking birthday. That's hype as shit.
Stop swearing.
Yeah, we're past the 5-minute mark. We're already at 16 minutes. So.
I know. That's kind of retarded. It's Caden.
Oh, it's Caden.
Hi, Caden.
Hi. Oh yeah, that's my cousin.
Your cousin is going to tease you about this at your family reunion?
It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay, because who knows where this podcast can go.
I mean, fair. But
like,
I mean, like the vape god thing right at the beginning.
We're all a bunch of tools. No. And we're just having fun. Shut up! You're the biggest tool of all of us. Actually, no, I'm a bit of a tool. Yeah. But I'm also dating a girl from Texas.
You're a subtle flex. Wow.
Hey, flex to be in a long distance relationship.
Hey, the relationship we have now is a flex, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And I can't be called a simp because simps don't actually get anything. Shut up. Okay, let's change the fucking subject. I remember he beat me at beer pong when he was at the lake. And he was actually a god at beer pong.
Bro, I'm trash at it.
I know, but he was better than like the average college student. He was also sober too.
Well, yeah, obviously that's going to play a huge part into it, but still pretty high.
Yeah, but one thing that's really kind of maintained our friendship through the years is just the brutal honesty we have for each other, but also music. That's something that's like, it's just something like even when we're not hanging out and we have music, it's just something that.
Nico, I am.
No, it's false. It's just something that's really connected us, and my buddy Noah here has really kind of opened Logan and I's eyes to music in a very different way.
Okay. I gotta say that I have the biggest influence on all of you guys for the music. Yeah. You cannot deny that.
No.
Okay, do the quad combo then.
Do the quad combo. Okay.
Do the quad combo.
Who's the better vapor? Yeah. How about we just show what we can do?
Okay,
I don't do vape tricks. I'm trash. I got a fat.
And I just have an ego. Even though I know he's better, I just have an ego. So I'm gonna do it anyways. So go, bitch.
It's you're going first.
No, this is your podcast.
Yeah,
you
your
go.
Podcast.
Okay, I was so gone last night.
Just do
you
a line
do the
of
dragon, then you gotta do the ghost, which I can't do. O's, and then the French inhale.
Yeah. No, it's the Bane. Bane's at the end.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna mess this up.
Just try it.
Oh, okay, boys. There's a lot of pressure.
Okay, if we actually we don't even have to choose vape skill. It's who has the better vape in general. I have an RTA.
And lungs too.
I've got custom coils.
Yeah, but I'm using my old fucking mod.
The mod doesn't count.
Yeah.
I had one that could do just as much as this one.
I know, but you trashed it. Well, I got trashed from your ex's batteries.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? Just fucking vape. Vape. You start. I
You said
don't want to start because I suck.
Okay, fine. I'll do my.
Do your trick. Make it cool that way.
Get us those views, boy.
Whoa! What a trick!
Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, I think I can actually make that trick.
You're garbage. You suck.
Okay,
He's awful.
you guys can do this then.
Don't fuck it up.
Did it?
Yeah. There's a bit of airflow in here, so is there.
Yeah.
Okay, scoot over. I need my space. I need my.
Fucking-
my zen. Get out of the podcast!
You're the one
You
who
suck.
literally grabbed all of us and just pulled us in. We're bringing in some animal views.
Oh yes. Okay, we'll push this back a bit so that way. Alright. Welcome to the podcast, our first guest.
This is Jarvis. No. Ow! Fuck!
Jarvis was like, nah, get the camera out of my face.
Yeah, I fucked it up
He's
already.
camera shy. Where's Oliver? He's the chunky boy.
The chunk.
I like Oliver. I think he's in the laundry over there.
Yeah, he was on top of the console there for a bit.
No, he's right there. Hi, Oliver.
Fuck you!
Adam.
Sit your ass down. You're in a podcast.
Adam.
Stop
Adam.
getting up. You're probably the nicest looking one in here.
Where's my? No. Where's my vape?
Right there.
Word up.
Hi.
Grab your vape.
Thank you.
Yeah, so goals with this podcast, we're just gonna do it when we can, and I think in the future we'll have better quality and more topics to kind of discuss off the top. Right now we're just kind of speaking of bullshit and stuff. But we're on the topic of music. Then you're interrupted by some dumb bullshit. So I am a very
All right, then
enthusiast of music.
let me just cut you off for a second.
I don't
just,
give a shit what you say.
I'm hyping you up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Noah talks about a love for music, we're talking like Noah, when he finds something he likes, he goes into it at the level of dissecting it. Like, he knows pretty much all the cars that drive by. Like, me and him got this joke ongoing thing. Wherever he sees a car that he likes, like, just hears it. He'll tell you exactly what it is, what make, model, year, and all that crap.
Oh,
And me,
just
like, the car boner.
Car boner!
Yeah, he just pops a hard car boner.
Yeah, like I was watching a TikTok when I was staying with him for like a week last week, and I was watching a TikTok, and there's like TikTok, and there was a car or something. It's just out of nowhere, he just like runs in the room and just stares at me aggressively, trying to think. He's like, "That's a motorcycle."
Yeah, no, I was really fucking disappointed too because I heard it go by and I was like, Turbo Civic maybe, and I go outside and I just hear meow. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and the funny thing is I don't know about Logan. I don't know shit about cars. Like, I'll have people tell me the function of something simple as like spark plugs or something, and I always fucking forget it. Also,
Vapor Jewel? Vape.
yeah, babe.
Babes.
Tastes better, you can do tricks, and you don't like.
You look like a tool, but less of a tool.
Yeah, you just look like.
I mean, people who rock stealths are kind of like the typical college douchebag.
Yeah, pretty much.
So shout out to all of us for once having a stealth for a while.
Yeah, true. But
I never had a stealth.
I never.
Yeah,
like,
you would hit
I
mine
never
all the time.
I never
That's all you
flaunted it
got.
like everybody else, though. You know.
Oh, I flaunted it hard.
I know you did.
I used to have 2 black ones, and I would take and do videos of me doing double hits. And then, like, after the video was done, you would just see me on the couch.
He's gone. Logan's the kind of guy to be like, all right, guys, let's. I've been ready to go. I've been ready to give her. Let's all hang out. I've been waiting all week. Blah 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 blah. I'm excited to go. See, I'm not getting too fucked up tonight, boys. I'm not.
Oh,
and then he's
my
like,
God.
He takes a fucking little bit, and he's melt. Either you see him, and his eyes are like squint mode, and he's just like, just in a different fucking dimension. We have to like slap his knees to wake him up, and be like, Logan, you're here. Focus, man. Wake up. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like.
Yeah, so one of the things about me is I started smoking and drinking at like 17, so very young, and I didn't do it at a consistent rate.
Wait till you're older.
Yeah, if you're younger, wait till you're legal. Wink, wink.
What's the highest tolerance in alcohol? We're all lightweight.
Yeah, I think you have the highest.
I
tolerance.
used to have a high tolerance
Me too.
to alcohol.
You took 2 shots and you were.
No,
bastard.
used to.
I know.
Honestly, I've
Now
honestly just stopped really, like, I don't really like drinking as much anymore. Like, I enjoy the flavor and stuff. When I get fucked up, like, I just don't like it.
Yeah,
I'd rather,
yeah.
like, honestly, I'd rather be high.
Well, yeah.
Like, it's so much better. People aren't all aggressive when they're high compared to drinking, you know, and you just wake up feeling better. I mean, you have cotton mouth, but it is what it is, right? But, yeah, honestly, so I haven't drank much in a while, and I had a shot last night, and I felt immediately buzzed. The shot, but it was vodka, too. And I've had bad times with vodka.
Yeah, well, the thing is like, before I hung out with these guys, I had another buddy, sorry. His name was Austin.
What are we
I
talking
called
about?
him Smurf, how I used to drink with him all the time.
Go ahead.
So, he's where I started learning how to, like, drink and smoke and, like, doing it consistently. And then when we started hanging out, I was the one who smoked weed first, and then it was Noah, who took and ran with it for a while.
What?
And then was smoking weed.
Yeah.
And then you grabbed onto it real fast.
Yo, should we talk about how we lost our weed virginities? Like, when did you? Because I don't know if I know your guys' story. Like, you guys know my story. I have a pretty good story.
Mine's so ratchet, dude. Mine's so fucked up.
Mine was actually super high.
Quick disclaimer, because the Misfits did this, so I'm just... Don't do drugs unless you're older.
You have your own right to do drugs. Honestly, marijuana is like.
Just make sure you can fulfill your life responsibilities and it doesn't get too fucked up.
I mean, sir, look. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is.
Okay, but that's like fucks you up instantly.
Yeah, let's just casually show off our fucking narcotics right
Exactly.
on TV.
Oh, dude, I'll bring my bongs. I'll bring my bongs.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you brought out your.
I could show Leonardo. And then broken Leonardo. I could show broken Leonardo.
Let's do that after we tell our stories.
Okay.
Weed virginities.
All right. Well, should I start? Because I started the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do drugs! Now we're demonetized! That is just vape, I promise.
Yes, vaping does this to you, children. Stay away from nicotine.
I hope he green out on the first podcast. Rip. Okay, so Nico says, I took 4 shots of my Fireball on my birthday last. Fireball, man? I literally chugged a third of a bottle. That's the most alcohol I consumed. I was like really drunk already. So someone like what they did is they took the bottle, like, we'll have a chugging contest, and they just blew bubbles in it so it looked like they were chugging. And they did it for a while. And so then after I'm telling a story. So cute, actually, it's really cute. Yeah, so then I chugged like a third of the bottle of Fireball. I didn't feel it till like after. I was like, I should probably go throw this all up before it fucks me up, but it still fucked me up. Anyways, we Virginia, go.
Okay, so I can't remember which one was my first, but the two that I remember being for like my very, very first time smoking weed was I used to work at this store in Midtown Mall called Murdoch's. That's where I sold Austin Smurf his beanie, and it's where I learned that I really like being a salesman. I really love it. But so what happened was one night I was doing a shift and I had 2 guys working with me, Cheyenne and a guy named Scott, and they were saying, hey, we're gonna go to the bar afterwards. Do you want to come? And I was like, word, bro, let's do it. So they get me into the bar, and I have a rum and coke and like 2 red velvet cake shots that tasted legitimately like cake. It was so good. And then afterwards, we're outside, and like they've had a chance to speak with my dad about just kind of like, yeah, we got your son. He's gonna have a drink and maybe smoke a little bit with us. And my dad was like, as long as you get him home safe, I don't care. So my dad hears all this, and they're like, hey, we have a joint. You want to come smoke with us? And I was like, hell yeah. So we go to the back alley, and we're sparking up a joint. And the funniest thing was like my very first experience with marijuana. I said, and to this day, I still feel like it's true. It tastes like breakfast sausage to me.
Really?
Yeah. Whenever I hit like either a bong or a joint, I can always taste sausage. Not with dabs. Dabs are like their own unique flavor to me.
Maybe it's from all that dick or something.
All the dick. All the dick. But so it was either that or it was with this old guy I used to hang out with. Like I got numerous stories with this guy. I don't talk to him anymore. But his name was Ben, and he and Austin Smurf used to be best friends back in high school along with us. So we were a little trio that we had going on there. And we went over to Ben's place for the night one night, and we went outside and we were going to go smoke. And the thing is it's like high school, so we don't actually have proper smoking equipment. So we're using like those really ghetto, yeah.
You just make a bong out of an apple.
No,
It's
worse.
It's a can.
We were
Out of a
doing
dead
cans.
shark.
We were doing 2 liters. The worst one was we had like a really bad Gravitron one with like a plastic bag
gravity bombs are
and a giant like milk jug where you had to like push it in.
Yeah.
And it was so harsh. But the thing is, what I remember clearly from that night was we were going to go inside to 7-Eleven to get some munchies. And Austin, he was gone. Like, he was completely baked.
Not me, his buddy.
Austin Smurf. So, we're there.
This is gonna be confusing, bro.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to say Smurf.
Just call him Smurf.
Just Smurf. Okay. But Smurf was, like, completely gone, and it was me and Kane. He's like, all right, I need you to take care of him. So I'm like, okay, don't worry, I got this, bro, don't worry. 15 minutes later, we've already gone into the store, we've got all of our stuff, and we're walking out, and I'm still like, don't worry, I got this, and like, Ben just kind of puts his hand on my shoulder, he's like, Logan, we've been out of the store for like 5 minutes now. And that's when I realized I was fried.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, like, I have such a low tolerance when it comes to smoking and drinking now. It's great. So, like, it doesn't take a lot, so I like to classify myself as
It's
an easy
efficient
bake oven.
and inexpensive.
Yeah, exactly. It's super inexpensive. But the only thing that sucks is I die very easily. And when I mean die, I mean, like, I'm gone for a while, and I'll come back, and I'll just look like absolute dog shit.
Don't do that, burns the coils of fresh. Well, that's a pretty good weed story, I'd say.
Yeah,
So-
those are my two. Those are the 2 first times I can for sure remember.
So when I graduated, and I think this is the best. I'm like, it's gonna be a story I'll tell my kids when they're older one day. Be like, this is the best way to. That was shit. Stop! Your ADHD is so bad, man.
That was
so
honestly
distracting.
trash.
Oh my god.
That was so bad. What are you doing?
Okay, dude, stop. So for me, for my grad gift, I was luckily able to go to Jamaica for my grandma. She brought me out there, and then my dad. What are you doing, man? My dad joined, just to go for the experience with me and stuff. So we get to Jamaica, and it's my first night, and I'm like, you know what? I was debating trying weed, and I've always been a paranoid person, so I overthink. That's all. So I was considering it for months. I'm like, you know what? I'll try it in Jamaica because I feel like that's just an appropriate place. I'm on vacation. I'm safe. I have nothing to worry about, etc. So the first night we get there, it's a nice humid evening and it's beautiful. And I'm just still bamboozled that we're there, and I decided to try brownie, like a weed brownie and stuff. And I didn't really feel anything. And it wasn't until the next day. It was like 2 a.m. on the beach. Stop it, Noah! Get in the photo and sit like a normal person. God damn it!
His ADHD is in so much swing right now.
I'm watching you.
You're part of this fucking thing!
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Give me my vape too. Fuck.
Oof.
It was like a solid that went in the throat.
Just getting deep throated by the
It's gross. Okay, stop it. Anyways,
when the dab hits him.
yeah. Okay, yeah, there we go. Stay. So it's like 2 a.m. and we're on the 7 Mile beach in the grill.
I
Okay.
don't like this.
Guys, let's
Dude, I don't
get
like
started.
dude.
And so it's
like that.
beautiful evening and stuff, beautiful sunset, and I was like, you know what? There was this huge fucking joint that was hand-packed by a Rasta man. His name was Mike. Beautiful guy, super smart in life, right? And or educated on life. And so with my family and that, we smoked, or with the people I was with, we smoked, and it was a beautiful experience. And that's how I lost my weed virginity. And then from there, I was just like, you know what? This is better than alcohol. Noah, your turn.
You need to talk more so you stay focused.
How did you lose your weed virginity?
My story's kind of sad.
Oof.
Yeah, so the thing is that I was working at A&W, that was like 3 or 4 years ago now, and working there full time. I moved from the 8th Street location to the Idlewild location, and one of the guys there, his name was Eric, he was super short, but he had like a full-on beard. And
mustache, right?
No beard. He was a ginger and he had a full beard. I thought he was like 32 or something. He just had like a growth spurt. No, it turns out he's 2 years younger than me. And so we like became best friends immediately. And we started talking for like a while, and then he was like, "Yo, we should come over sometime. I can get you high for the first time." And I was like, "Oh shit, really? I'm down." And I had to hide it from my girlfriend. That was kind of stupid. She got mad at me for getting high. But yeah, we went into like the basement of his house where there was like a garbage bag room, and there was like a table, and like it smelled like cigarettes and ashes and shit like that. And I had one of those really ratchet gravity bombs where it was like a milk jug and then the top of a 2-liter. And I took like 2 rips of that, and I was like, okay, I'm not feeling it just yet. And he's like, okay, try this. And he hands me a bubbler. And for those who don't know, a bubbler is like a smaller kind of bong. I don't know the actual or legitimate definition, but it's something smaller where like the clouds hit you faster.
And it's like the mechanics in it makes more bubbles, right? It's not just you suck and the pool of water bubbles a little bit. Like typically there's an extra like little perk or something that causes more bubbles.
Yeah,
right?
kinda. I don't know. It's really weird.
And it filters it better, right?
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. The bubblers are smaller bongs with perks and stuff. Kind of makes it smoother. But I took one huge rip off of the bubbler, and boom, I was just toasted. It was just absolutely rank, and I like giggled forever. His dad was talking about religion and shit like that, talking about how like, everything that he was saying in the Bible was total legit. And at the time when I was Christian, I was like, oh yeah, no, I totally get that. I was really high, so I didn't really want to talk about Jesus shit. So like,
you're just sitting there like, oh, I'm going to hell.
Well, no, because like his dad was Eric was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, my dad does this all the time, where he talks about religion when he's super high, and it's like, I mean, not a big deal.
Bible.
But recently, I have left the church. I am either agnostic, atheist, or I don't even fucking know. I don't label myself as
Just
anything.
don't put a label.
No, I know what you mean, and I'm kind of the same. So I'm still Christian, but I don't like labeling myself as a very like there's Catholic and there's like a bunch of different groups, right? And I've always liked to been able to pick certain parts and apply it to my life and stuff. So
we believe there's a higher power out there. We don't know what it is, what the name of it is. We just believe there's something out there, and that it's kind of got like a pretty big influence on our life.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, we're not letting religion control us to the aspect of we don't go to church regularly. We don't like listen to gospel music. Like, it's really funny.
I do a little bit like Christian rap and stuff.
Well, yeah, but like honestly, the thing is like even like NF himself is labeled. He says
I'm
he's
not
not
a
a Christian
yeah.
rapper. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, we have like a little bit of a belief on something, but it's not like something that like really dictates our life. We don't let it like influence a lot of our decisions anymore. Like he still is trying to keep a connection to his religious roots, and that's fine. Like, we fully both support him, because like me and Noah are of the opinion that if you like it and it's beneficial for you, then do it, go for it. But like as soon as it starts to become like an issue and it starts to like negatively affect you, see that's when it can become an issue.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's for sure. And like that's what's also made our friendship so strong is we have such different levels of beliefs in certain things, but we have complete love and respect for each other to where we can have really good conversations about it and just really be open-minded and kind of, even if we do disagree on some, it's still like, okay, here's why I think it, and then we understand and accept that, right?
Well, I mean, like when me and Noah first met, he was super, super conservative, and like we had a huge discussion on like race, religion, politics. and all those things.
There it is.
And like I remember one of the things that like we were talking about, like we had a little bit of like a hot button on it, was abortion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't get in on this
I
topic.
know, but what I'm saying is like how far he's come from that mentality. Like when I talk conservative, I'm talking like red, white, and blue, American.
America.
Level. Yeah, American level of.
Me?
Yeah, you. When we first started hanging out.
No, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up here. Like it's maybe a little bit like a little unorthodox, but it wasn't red, white, and blue patriotism. It was
Oh, right.
red, white, and black.
You were a little fascist.
Yeah, I
That's
was anti-communist. I was like anti-LGBT. I was like all this. I was pro-tradition. I was just, to be honest. Okay, so the thing is the whole reason why I got into that is because I found such a fascination for the German side of World War II. Like honestly, Nazi Germany was just so mind-blowing, and I still like
Like their technology and
the revolution.
Well,
the
I
way
mean,
that
like-
Hitler, like it was just like one of the greatest stories that the world has ever seen. Like
yeah,
seriously,
even though it's fucked up.
it's fucked up. Yes,
It's like
100%.
terrible.
Just so we know, just put that. None of us support any of that in any way, shape, or form.
No,
I
I'm.
swastika tattoo. Don't have one. And that's
Oh
it.
my god. Logan, you look like the kind of guy to have that.
The fucking white and the blonde hair, blue eye.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
When I shave my head, I look like a little skinhead. Oh
your
my
mohawk,
god.
dude, your mohawk.
The
You
mohawk?
didn't keep
Really?
that around enough. You should have kept it for longer.
Well, the thing was the mohawk wasn't done properly, so the hair was really bad. So like, mohawks are supposed to have like an evenness to this. My mohawk was more like a giant shark fin.
Alright, I think there's a couple comments. I just want to read this quickly.
Alright.
Austin's taller.
Okay, yeah. So I bet you guys are giants. Who's the tallest? So I'm like just short of 6'2".
I'm
You're
5'8".
He's the shortest.
I'm 5'11".
Dude, you're as tall as Swagger Souls.
Hell yeah.
Fat boy. Okay, what was the other one? Fuck off. Where is it? That's cool, man. Good to see you. Everyone said of good friends, man. Yeah, for sure. Like, and they're such good friends that I've showed them to other friend groups. Which shout out to Renee and Colin. There's gonna be a lot of stories on this podcast involving them. I actually want them on here as a host or as co-host or whatever sometime. That'd be so much fun. But yeah, to the point where I've kind of blended my friend groups a bit, and you know he does with his friend groups and me.
We just
we,
did that
we
last
all
night
do.
for
We
me.
literally all do that, and it just everyone just vibes. Even like it's a really good experience, and that's kind of something that you don't get in high school. It's kind of something once you graduate, and that
Yeah.
you really. I mean, look how much we've all changed since high school. For the better, for the
Well,
worse.
okay, hold up. Like back in like when I was at Mount Royal, that's when my fascist phase was, and that was like, I mean, I gotta admit, I had fun. I had fun trashing snowflakes. It was a lot of
Well,
fun.
yeah, it's always
Well
fun
done.
trashing snowflakes.
It's just the thing is that like snowflake liberals, still something I'm just like Antifa. I do not support Antifa. Like that's just bullshit. That's an excuse for terrorism. Seriously.
Weren't they just labeled a terrorist group?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the idea of Antifa to me isn't so, like
root word anti-fascist.
yeah. So like I see where they're coming from, but the way that they're executing it a lot of the times is not good. Like
It's the same with.
it's like when you're super far left or right. It's when you bring in that far aspect is when I think things get
And
crazy.
any extremism,
yeah,
in
exactly,
any way,
extremism.
like any extremism in any form of any topic is just it's
I was-
closed-minded and it brings hate and violence.
I was gonna bring up like women equality, like the whole flag and patriotism towards women equality. Like I'm all for women gender equality. Seriously,
Same.
I feel people
Of course.
need to understand that all humans are equal and shit like that. But the thing is that equality is a false god, and people should not believe in it. Seriously, it's fucking stupid.
Like
Yeah.
we should strive for it, but it's one of those things that it's probably
It's
never
just-
gonna happen.
There's so much different people with their different traits and different upbringings that it's just
I know it's like
it's unfortunate.
Okay, well, I sound like a dick for not explaining. Like, 'cause,
Yeah.
I was just
We're
like,
not-
no, anti, like
We're not supporting unequality.
You're one of the most open-minded people now.
Well, no. I'm saying like I didn't explain because I was just like I just mentioned women equality and then just didn't finish.
True. Okay, finish.
So I was gonna say women equality is like a good thing to strive for. It's just when the people who find women equality to be what this is, and when it's actually like
suppressing.
Yeah, women's superiority, women empowerment. Well, no, women empowerment is really good.
Yeah.
Women supremacy.
It's the
Something
whole
like that.
feminazi type of vibe.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, no, women deserve these rights, women deserve all this, and it's like, okay, but like men too. It's like, no, you are stupid.
Down with the patriarchy!
You're a male, so your opinion is wrong.
Exactly.
You don't.
socks.
You don't deserve mental support. You deserve to just put up with shit.
Yeah, you don't want a Mr. Struggle.
Walk it off. Yo, my God, pussy. You don't want a Mr. Struggle. Do not go for him. If he seems like he's struggling in life, don't date him.
Dump his ass.
But in reality, no matter who you date,
It's
or
a
go
Cody
with,
Co reference.
everyone's gonna have some form of mental struggles, and it's normal because we're human, and society's really.
I want to kill myself.
Holy! I mean, that's actually, like, jokes aside, that actually brings us into another thing that, like, kind of really connects us, is we all come from a very different walk of life.
Oh, we're so different.
Like,
Yeah.
we're all open and honest with each other. Me and Austin have had a couple disagreements here and there.
We've almost fought each other.
Yeah, well, the thing is because we've come from two very different sets of life. You had a lot of things going for you. You had both your parents there, money and all that.
Well, not so much money. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it's not like we're richer that I get my school paid for.
Yeah, but you were comfortable. You did.
Like we still had our debts and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't something that like.
But I don't really want to get into that.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying that like, what it is like, for me, I'm on the polar opposite of that spectrum. When it comes, I was raised by a single father who had me at 18. Didn't really know what he was doing. Shout out to my dad for being a pretty damn good dad and raising me to be the man I am today.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, very two different walks of life, as in the aspect of I had to work my ass off for pretty much everything. A lot of people, you can make the argument that like my grandparents helped me out a lot of things, and I got a lot of pity stuff, and I'm not.
It's not even pity stuff. It's just what goes around comes around. You know?
Well, yeah.
You're gonna support your generations when you're older, and that's something I've really had to come to know. Because I'm a person who's like, I need to work for myself. I don't want no help. Or I feel like I don't deserve help. I need to buy my own car. I need to pay for my own school.
Yeah,
if I get in debt from school, that's my debt. I don't want my parents helping out. And it really took a lot. And I was having a really deep conversation with my mom the other night. It was like a 2-3 hour conversation where we were just honest and upfront about everything. We always have been like that. And she was like, what goes around comes around, Austin. She's like, you know what? We're gonna help you pay for rent when you need sometimes, you know, like we see that you're a person who's working hard, you're not taking us for granted, you et cetera, right? Like you work hard for your stuff, and that's why it's justifiable for us to help you out. What?
I still got my joint.
Oh my god.
I still got my joint.
Shut your high ass up. We're doing a podcast.
Bro, I'm
You
happy.
can't smoke it in here.
I mean, we could. It'd just be. I mean, we pretty much hotbox this place.
Well, Dagan would kick your ass.
Well, 100%. That's why I'm not gonna do it.
Exactly.
Why would you suggest that I would do it?
Well, he was just saying, well, I mean, we could hotbox this place, so I was just saying.
We have.
It's already a hot box. Look at it.
We have.
Oh
the
my
neon
god.
lights also make it like a lot.
It's true.
But yeah.
But bringing it back is we all come from a very different walk of life, and that's where Noah is kind of like the perfect thing, because he's had a little bit of both aspects. Like you've struggled with a lot of things, but you've also had a lot of things
You're in between.
Yeah,
Logan
exactly.
and I are kind of polar opposites.
We are the polar opposites, and you're
But we're
always
still friends.
Exactly, but you're the one that
I kind of noticed that I vibe with both of you alone more than you guys do.
No, 100%. I agree.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is like the vibe that we have with each other. When I bring up the word brothers, I have like different terminologies for brothers. You and I are like legitimately blood brothers. Like we pick on each other,
but we got our backs.
Yeah, like we'll trash each other to each other's face, and we'll call each other out when it needs to be called out. But the thing is like we've always got each other's back. Whenever there's like a call that needs to be made, like if I go through a breakup or you're having some struggles with school or some shit, we'll still ring each other up and we'll just talk to each other.
He hit the vape off challenge.
Fuck you!
He didn't turn just a piece of cardboard into a fucking magical fucking Mist Machine.
That's my ass.
If your ass is making mist, you might want to go see a doctor, sir.
Wait, you don't have misty ass?
Oh no.
It's called the Phantom Farts, bro.
ass Pokemon?
Ooh,
What?
Misty off
Mist-
Pokemon.
Misty-
She was
Oh,
damn fun.
I was more of a Dawn guy.
Yo, you guys want to weeb out and talk about hot freaking
No.
Katara?
Okay, Katara.
Oh, now we're in this conversation.
No.
Go ahead.
Don't bring up
Go
Avatar,
ahead.
bro.
Go ahead. Talk about how much you love Katara.
She's hot. What can I say? When I was into Avatar, I was right around that same age as them, so it wasn't
Yeah.
weird.
And
Korra's
for
the
me-
worst character ever.
For me, I just watched.
Korra's story
She's still
could
hot.
have been.
She's still hot. She's still hot. She's still hot.
I'd have to say Mako's hotter.
Ty Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, Ty Lee is one of those things where it's like every guy has to say that she's hot because they just made her and animated her to be very attractive. But like the one thing I gotta say about Ty Lee that we don't really appreciate is like how much of a struggle her character was. Like due to the fact that she was Fire Nation and friends with Azula and stuff, she got like a lot of hate on her. And she was a high noble, so she had like this huge responsibility. So she kind of like ran off to the circus to do her own thing, to like self-discover herself. Kind of like very, it was kind of like a very Iroh mentality of like learn to discover yourself and not like let other people choose what you are.
I was probably my favorite character of. Definitely top 10 of all characters.
Yeah, like he's got guru vibes, 110%. What did we say that Austin was?
Toxic.
Toxic?
I'm toxic.
No. This,
Oh yeah, that's so toxic.
This is
Let's see.
toxic.
Let's see some toxicity.
He just got a slightly subjective photo.
No, it's just on the story.
Oh. That's so toxic.
That's toxic.
That's pathetic.
Actually, I don't find her attractive after that. I genuinely don't. But going back, so just quick funny comment. So there's always the debate on Facebook or whatever. Who would you rather? Katara, Ty Lee, and Azula. And my answer is, it depends on my mood. If I'm wanting to be held and baby and nourished, Katara's the way to go. If I'm wanting to be venturous and fun,
This is going
Ty
too
Lee.
far.
but Azula's when I'm like,
Oh my god.
hurt me.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
You do realize that they are like 15 and 16.
Yeah, but like,
Well, okay.
not in that way.
Okay,
Fuck off.
everybody does it. It doesn't.
Well, yeah.
At the same time, I mean, let's stop right now.
I'm just trying to meme it too.
See, the thing is that I've watched the show like more times than both of you combined.
Oh, for sure.
So like,
How many times have you seen it?
Me?
Yeah.
I just watched it for the first time like a couple months back.
Okay, now I see. Because like
That was when the shock of you were in my
how many
baby.
times have you watched it?
I've watched it like I think I'm on my 4th time right now.
I'm at 9.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. All jokes aside, because I was kind of in a joking context there.
I'm double both of you.
Avatar. I have to agree because what got me watching the show was Ashaka saying, or my buddy saying, and he might be on the podcast at some point. He probably will actually.
Stop.
I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
Your laundry.
Okay, yeah.
Avatar.
So I started because
Your laundry.
I started watching because they were having a debate about how that's the best character development and probably one of the best cartoon shows at least.
If they would have done Anakin's turning to the dark side like Zuko's turning to the good side, Star Wars would have been the best.
Let's not go Star Wars because you're just gonna go on.
Star Wars is for a different podcast. It's gonna be a whole ass podcast.
May the 4th kind of episode.
Revenge
Oh,
of the
that's in
Sith.
a year from now, bro.
No,
I know.
like we gotta do
Yeah.
that within like.
We're gonna do that like around when
We'll just-
like when a new season of something comes out, like Mandalorian or
Yeah,
something.
we'll do that soonish. I
We
want
could
to
do like we could like review it kind of thing.
Oh, that
Okay,
we can also
okay,
just talk Star Wars.
Okay, but Paper Mario kind of slaps.
Out of nowhere with the Paper Mario. Okay.
ADHD boy.
True, honestly.
Yeah, but jokes aside about Avatar, after watching it, like
If you
I
haven't
was
seen
mind
it,
blowing. And if we're gonna transition this to Star Wars, Dave Filoni was a part of Avatar, and when he did kind of over Star Wars a bit, especially the Clone Wars, and just seeing how he is in the behind the scenes of the Mandalorian, you know he should be the one making the movies.
yeah. Well, the thing is Dave Filoni.
The heart he put into
Dan
Avatar and
Aykroyd.
Star Wars just makes everything so amazing.
Well, the thing is Dave Filoni appreciates Star Wars as a true fan. There's two different types of fans when it comes to Star Wars. You've got the diehards, and then you've got the toxic fans. Those are the ones that are yelling at Rose and like legitimately harassing the actress.
Oh, that's fun.
They're also the ones that are hitting up the girl who played not Ellie but that other chick in The Last of Us 2 and sending her death threats.
Yeah.
Like that's a very toxic view of Star Wars. Where Dave Filoni comes in with his view of Star Wars is he's coming at it from just a guy who loves Star Wars. He doesn't have any like huge agendas to make it like a very big toy franchise thing. Because I mean, like, let's be real, The Mandalorian, it's got like a very few things that could have been made properly into like kids toys.
Yeah.
For like Lego sets, of course, there's a couple because Lego is just like honestly one of the greatest toys ever made.
Well, fuck that. I still love Legos.
Well, obviously, but like, the thing is like,
Shit's expensive now.
yeah, that, and I mean, like, I don't have the space or time to buy or play with Legos.
Okay, so we'll say this was an introduction to our Star Wars podcast. It will be in the future. But now that we've transitioned into toys, what were your favorite toys as a kid? And how did it have an influence in your life?
Okay, so my dad's a comic geek. He's always been a geek. I learned how to read through comic books that would just be left on a giant stack behind the toilet. So whenever I dropped a fat deuce, I just grab a comic.
Oh my,
and
why
start
did you have to
flipping
mention that?
Well, I mean, like,
Bro, the more just casual we are and say just weird random shit, the more entertaining it is.
but like,
Noah will be back temporarily.
I'm doing laundry.
he's being respectful and an honest and a good man by doing his laundry.
He's actually going off for a quick jerk-off session in the bathroom. He's a crazy porn addict. Drug addiction too. I found him in the streets.
It is truly tragic. We actually lied about how we met.
Yeah.
Me and him found him on like this adopt a kid situation.
And we kind of bought
We're
him.
actually gay lovers.
Yeah, like we he's actually a child. We didn't really adopt him. we kind of, we just kind of stole him off the street. No one noticed.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, it was one of those situations where it's like, you would expect someone to notice. I mean, like,
No one cared about him.
We pulled up in a giant white van and waved a Monster Cat flag, and he's just like, "Ah!"
Are you fucking... I only found out about Monster Cat in 2012, 2010.
Yeah, so we found him when he was just a baby. The reason why he has all this cool stuff is because of us. The reason why we're in debt is because we pay for it.
My finger tied in our knuckles. Ow, my knuckles.
We don't have a lot of viewers right now, but if this does launch off and people watch, it's gonna be pretty funny.
Bro, honestly, I'm just enjoying just doing this just for ourselves.
Yeah,
There's too
honestly.
much love.
Just for ourselves. I found this has just kind of woke us up and brought us back to our car conversations we'd have and cruising and stuff. And
Hey, look at the husband.
what?
I hate to be that guy, but I have a thing at 6 that I gotta go to.
A thing. Yeah, I gotta dip.
It's my dad's birthday.
Oh right.
Turned 40 today.
That was
Shout
a
out
chick.
my dad.
That was a chick.
No, it's legitimately my father. I have the text to prove.
I figured.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. 6:30 tomorrow at Seoul. Yeah, Sao.
Cool.
It's a Korean place. My dad likes eating that.
Well,
kind of
we've
stuff.
almost hit an hour. We could wrap it up soon.
Holy crap! We actually
Yeah.
have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Calm down, you little pyro.
No, I found this in the washing machine.
I found a lighter in the washing machine.
Hey, it still works.
Well, we got other viewers, so we should stay for a little longer. They just joined.
I know.
Ow!
All right.
Asshole.
Hold on. Let me just take a look. What's my directions? I'm gonna go to.
I'd say a good 10 minutes left, and then we could just wrap her up if
Well,
you guys have the time. If you have the time, of course.
7 minute drive. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I got time.
It's 5:30.
I'll
Do you want
probably
to go for another 15? Or
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, sure. All right. Well, okay. Yeah. So, what were your childhood toys that you loved?
Okay,
Because you went on a
so
tangent with your dad.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
hype. This place is so cool.
since my dad's a huge geek, one of the things he wanted to do was he wanted to make a comic book, and just recently he actually did that. About a year or two back, he made the Joe Zombie comic book, which he self-published and everything. Really, really cool story. But the thing is like my dad and all of his friends were huge geeks. So my whole life, that's something I've been surrounded by: Star Wars, fucking He-Man, Thundercats, Ninja Turtles, Samurai Jack,
Transformers.
Lord of the Rings, Transformers for a bit. I had a pretty big
Yeah, I had a bit
Transformers
of a
phase.
phase.
Yep.
That was just Bakugan though for me, or Pokemon cards.
Oh,
Pokemon.
Pokemon's
fuck.
the one I still go to.
Me too.
I'm on my 4th phase. Like I rebought my DS and the games like a year or two back.
I'll still occasionally buy Pokemon
No, wait,
cards
that
and
was-
I'm just like super depressed or like down and sad or whatever, I'll still fucking buy Pokemon cards and stuff and just for fun, just for that little, for that 5 minutes of excitement and stuff, right? Yeah, she just snapped me too.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out because like Jay Jones, and I was like, wait. Oh,
Nico had to go a while ago, which is hype, so thanks for joining us. If you're watching this later, Nico, I appreciate it, man. It's good catching up. We're definitely going to have to hang out again in game or something soon. Nico lives, like, in America, so we've never actually met, but it's amazing how some of your best friends can be met online.
oh, bro, I could go on such a tangent about that.
Yeah, we'll
Like-
say that for the next podcast.
Yeah, that's enough. That's
Childhood toys. We keep talking about that.
Okay, childhood toys. Okay, so we've established Dad's a huge geek. So I played with toy lightsabers for a long time. I have a whole like shelf dedicated to clone troopers and stormtroopers because I was a huge fan of them from Star Wars. And so I guess for me it would be Nerf guns because that's what I would do with my half brother is the Nerf guns aspect. Lego because that's the thing I did with my dad for a while. And then the last one would be like lightsaber toys, and like that's where my like interest in cosplay kind of started to come from. Because I mean, like when you live with all that geek stuff, you grow with a crazy imagination. Like I have so many OCs and like characters and stories I want to do. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to do like roleplay accounts on fucking Instagram. It started off as Slenderman, then I did Clone Troopers, Stormtroopers, Halo Spartans. I was Altair for a little bit. Edward Kenway. Like this was when I was like 12, 13 kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like huge creative boost, but from that I would definitely say the one that's stuck the most would be the actual lightsabers. Because I mean like just recently I dropped like $200, $260 on a Kylo Ren helmet, which I'm going to be customizing and upgrading.
So excited.
And then I bought like a $400 Kylo Ren lightsaber. And like I have 3 of like the old 2014 Clone Trooper helmets, like with the giant visors. And what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on using one as my dummy head, and then 2 to like actually make my own Clone Troopers.
Yeah.
Like I've always had this idea for like a clone squad called the Neverland Squad.
That'd be so
You
much.
send them in, kind of like clone commandos. You send them in to do like the missions that are supposed to be impossible, aka Neverland,
Yeah.
which I want to get so much into, but I'm gonna wait
Dude,
to
if I
Star
had the
Wars
money,
thing.
I'd cosplay with you and make a squad. That'd be so much fun being like 4 times the other.
Word,
Anyways,
bro.
I think Noah's been in and out of this podcast and hasn't said as much as us, so your turn.
Yeah, what were your 3 favorite toys as a kid?
And how did they kind of influence your life and stuff?
I probably had a total of 23 Nerf guns at once.
Nerf and Swords.
What was your favorite Nerf gun?
The long shot.
Oh yeah, that was a classic.
I had
and they disbanded it too.
Yeah.
I had the long strike, the next longest one
Yeah.
that they made after that.
That one wasn't as cool.
No.
Because the long shot had like a scope and like,
Yeah, I
like a
know.
bunch of attachments, and
I
at the
know.
time that was so cool.
It
It-
just looked
it-
like it looked like a DMR. It
I
looked
know,
really
but
cool.
like the long
Yeah.
strike, when you flip down the sights, it actually looks like a real assault rifle.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it. Was
Yeah.
it like looked like something you could actually like turn into something?
I also
Real
had the
golf.
Stampede
Oh, the Stampede was amazing.
and the Vulcan.
Yeah.
I had the deploy, the one that could like completely disassemble, like it came in as a giant
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, I had that one too.
I had
And
that
then
one.
was called the Renegade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes. So I had that one. I have the barrel break shotgun. I had 2 of like the.
It was a Nerf gun.
The rubber shotgun was it.
I
Right.
had the gun attachments where like I had that gun where you could disassemble it to a pistol and then to a rifle. You know,
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, so the laser sight, I put it on the top, and then there was another Nerf gun that had that attachment, and I slid it underneath. And I had 2, like
that's
one
sick.
underneath the barrel.
Word.
I had the Recon, which is the original, one of the original first Nerf guns.
That's what it was called. It was called the
Recon.
Recon. That was
Yeah,
the best.
that was the first
That
one.
was the first longest sniper rifle, and then it
Yeah.
was disbanded due to the fact that it looked way too much like a gun.
Then they have that, and then I think it was called the Rampage, the one where it had the drum mag and you just cocking it back.
Oh, yeah.
There's that one. I also had. I got the Stampede. I actually have 3 Stampedes now. All
Yeah.
the attachments.
Don't you have like the giant chain gun one as
No,
well?
that's the Vulcan. He had it.
I had the Vulcan.
And then I have the
Right.
Jolt. One of the most hard-hitting ones was the Jolt, and there's the small pistol where you go, and you shoot it. It shot like 50 feet. Man, that thing fucking hurt.
Well, it seemed like the smaller it was, the less safety they were worried about. So those things, like
100%.
the barrel break, even shoots pretty hard for like a Nerf gun.
I did deploy as well too.
Oh yeah, I had the
That one was like
camel one.
I used to like walk and be like, hey, look at my suitcase. Nah, you dead bitch! Bop, bop, bop. Anyway, so you had Nerf guns?
It was yellow. It wasn't.
I know, but like I was a kid.
No,
I was
there
a
was
kid
like
who was
a
creative
reskin
and
of it
stuff.
where it was like you could flip it into like it looked like a suitcase, but I had like the Arctic camel one.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I tried to be that edgelord child.
Probably.
I'm
Nerf
like the
guns?
biggest wannabe edgelord.
Army Men.
Yeah, those were fun.
I played a lot of Command and Conquer, a lot of RTS games, so playing
one of my
with Army Men really helped. And then I just kind of got into video games after that.
Oh, for sure.
I got a Game Boy Advance.
Well, if
and
we're
I-
talking video games, like
No, we're talking about like toys.
toys, yeah.
I didn't really have like a crazy. I know when I was really little, dinosaurs were like my.
Oh, yeah.
I have no fascination for dinosaurs right now.
I used to love
I mean,
dinosaurs.
you could totally use one of them for like a base phantom cover, kind of like what Monster Cat does with the monsters.
No, I'm not interested in dinosaurs at
That's
all.
fair.
Like at all.
At all.
It
doesn't fascinate me.
I
Really?
I had a bunch of different phases
Ow.
growing up. I had Pokemon cards, which is like the OG just thing I love. I have like binders and stuff. I still
What was
love
the
Pokemon.
rarest Pokemon card you had?
As a kid,
Yeah,
like before I bought more shit.
I used to have
Wow.
the original 161 in like the cards. Plus, I had like the Team Rocket Dark ones.
Oh really?
And the rarest one I had, which I'm so mad at myself because I used to be such an idiot when it came to trading, because I didn't know the value of them,
Yeah.
was I had Dark Charizard.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah,
That hurts.
But I didn't. It wasn't a complete rip-off of a trade. I got shiny Gyarados,
Okay.
the red Gyarados that
Yeah.
was released like
That one was a little more common though.
Yeah, now it's common.
Yeah.
But when I
At the
first
time.
got it, it was about, in essence, the same.
For me, it was either a level X Deoxys or Mewtwo.
Was
that
it-
was my favorite one.
Oh,
And then when the Mega Evolutions came out, I got a Blastoise and a Venusaur.
bro, if we're talking favorite Pokemon card, it has to be that Kyogre, Rayquaza, Groudon.
Oh
Of
yeah.
the only like the three that you put together
The
and then
Trinity.
show the big picture.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite, and like Kyogre was always my favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
Sea monsters for the win.
Yeah, so I had Pokemon cards, Nerf guns, obviously. I don't know about you guys. My class, or the guys I was growing up with, we got huge into Bakugan. Like we played that competitively every recess. We had like a full, we had like 20 feet of cards just laid out, and we just by the time we set it up, we started playing the bell would ring. And we have to go back in, but we would flex on them so much. And I had this one that was super weak, and this is the best one I had because at the time I didn't have all the money, and everyone was buying all this cool shit when you're younger. So I was the one who was always disadvantaged at the game. But I had this one that was super weak. It was like this stupid, it was like a fucking Magikarp equivalent kind of Bakugan. But the card I had on it underneath said the person with the weakest or lowest amount of health automatically wins. And so at first, for the first week,
Wow.
I just won all the games. I was like, finally I'm winning. And everyone caught on to it. And so I kept doing the same strategy the whole fucking phase.
You spammer.
Yeah, and they're just like, Austin. So I never really played. I just sat there on that one card like, come on, just fucking do it. Come on, you know you want to. And then everyone knew what it was. So I was just kind of that. So I had Bakugan, small Transformers phase. Fucking can't think of something else. We did a little Beyblade. That's when I started falling off.
Oh, Beyblade.
I didn't like Beyblade because for the sole reason of it, let it rip. I just thought it was so stupid, and my immature mind was like, "Here, let it rip, farts." It's kind of stupid.
I mean,
so
My Beyblade, the Beyblade Flate. Fuck. Hi.
What?
yeah, we're still doing the podcast.
You want to say hi? You want to be on the podcast? First guest appearance? That's not a cat.
No, he's leaving.
David is just done with our shit. But anyways,
Okay, bye.
the crazy thing was back in high school, the seniors, all of a sudden they just went to Walmart one day and just bought the big arena and a bunch of Beyblades. And if they weren't settling things through rap battles in front of the school, which were they knew they were bad, but they memed them up to the point where they were hilarious. they would actually like settle their differences Beyblades.
Oh yeah.
It was so funny because like there was one time it looked like there was about to be this huge fight between these two football guys, and like everyone's there. Like we're expecting this amazing fight. Dude just fucking throws down the Beyblade arena, and they just fucking and like the whole school's hyped up, so we're all just going woohoo! Oh my god, he's gonna do it!
What I never got into was Yu-Gi-Oh. Everyone loved Yu-Gi-Oh, and I never liked it.
I was
I
a pussy little
5
boy,
cards
and I got
allocated to me.
scared from Yu-Gi-Oh.
I just didn't like it. I was
The
like,
Shadow Realm.
I just felt loyal to Pokemon cards, and I felt like I had to be loyal to Pokemon cards, not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Looks like it's off to the Shadow Realm with you, Jimbo.
I know there's more toys that I like, but I can't think of it right now. Lego, of course, Lego. Star Wars, specifically Star Wars Lego. That was the shit. But I also had like these pirates that came in like a skull at the time. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, so there's that. But I don't know. I think it's time to wrap it up. We got 5 minutes left, so I just want to say thanks to these guys for joining me. I had a lot of fun doing this. If I were to upload content to YouTube, it would definitely be this. I wanted to get into the Team Live and stuff and kind of update on my channel, but I might do a solo podcast.
We're gonna start a vlog
Or something.
squad.
Vlog squad. Yeah, we're all too busy in our own lives to be able to do that though. So
Yeah, let me do a vlog squad
Sorry,
while I'm at
what?
Wendy's, flipping burgers.
We're all too busy.
well, it's hard for us to all I guess now.
Not you.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, come over whenever, but
Literally.
I don't know. Once things start getting back to normal and stuff.
Sorry, the two of us have real big boy jobs that we have to go to.
In school. No, I'm just kidding. Man,
School.
you're living just comfortably right now. You're good.
Am I though?
Oh no. Are you getting bored?
He's been getting very bored.
I thought you were fine with just like 10
Like
people.
we had
I
one
hate
day.
this. I
We
hate
had
this
one
so
time where we were just hanging out, and I was like, "Hey, I think I'm just gonna go." He's like, "Yeah, man, I get it. There's something to do."
That's
And he just started cleaning. I was like, "Alright, whatever." But
Yeah. I got that really weird motive to do that.
That's the thing though, is like when you are bored, you can just see something to do, so you need to do something. Right? But
when I'm bored, I just get saddy, depressy.
when I'm bored, it's just like I'll bitch and complain
Or
about how well that too. I'll just bitch and complain. I'm like, oh, I'm so busy with school or work. And it's like, I just want a day to breathe. And then I get a day to breathe. I'm like, I need to be working out or doing something. I need to be with friends.
Every time he's come to party at my place, he's brought his laptop to study. It's hilarious. So like every one of us is.
Well, I needed to.
We're getting trashed. There's Austin in the corner.
Just typing away. Talking shit to you guys occasionally. But
Yeah, we'd call you up, be like, "Get your studying done so you can actually party."
yeah, and then by the time I'm done studying, he's passed out because he had a drink.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, no, seriously, I'm the person who can literally keep the party going the longest out of both of you two. Because
Well,
you
yeah.
either get, I mean, now that you're like not in school, it's actually a lot better. But you, man, you
Well,
just
you gotta remember, I worked at 8 a.m. yesterday.
no.
I worked at 6 a.m. And I was up for like 24 hours, and I was still ready to give her.
Yeah, but that's because you
No,
were also
I'm s-
haven't been able to see the boys. I can
just-
see him whenever I want to.
I'm
It's
just
literally
saying,
just a matter of getting in my
your
car.
party personality, you're like your party gene or whatever.
It's there for a little
Oh,
bit.
it's
and then-
dying. It's dying.
Yeah, no, seriously, he's like getting all lit and stuff, and
That's why
we
I
do
forced you to
stupid
go to
shit,
bars and
and then
shit.
all of a sudden he's just done, and he's like on
But-
the couch on his phone.
But when I
just,
get
like, thrown
obnoxious about, sorry, I totally interrupted you,
up.
but
did.
okay, continue.
I was done saying it anyway.
Okay, that's why I interrupted. But like when I get obnoxious, where I'm like, Logan, get your ass up. I'm coming right now, whether you like it or not, and we're going out, right? And he'll bitch about it, and then when we actually get there, he just loves it and has so much fun. And it's something we talk about. Probably
it's
we're
a
gonna
ma-
talk about memories like this in future podcasts.
Fucking divas where you ditched me to go make out with your girl.
I asked you, and you're like, yeah, it's fun, man. And then I go,
I'm not gonna say no. Your Texas girlfriend
Yeah.
just flew out to fucking Canada.
I'll explain my relationship and what happened.
Oh, that's a
Different
whole
podcast.
ass episode
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
a whole ass episode.
There's nobody watching right now. I feel like
I
it's a
know.
good place.
Yeah, it's a good way, and plus it's.
I mean,
fucking
like,
fun.
I actually am gonna probably watch this myself later.
Yeah, me too, honestly. But yeah, so thanks everyone for watching, or if anyone in the future who's watching. Thanks Nico and Kaden for stopping by, and anyone who may have stopped by. I really enjoy this. I kind of feel motivated to do this in the future over any other kind of content when I
No.
can.
No, this is the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
We're not doing it anymore.
I know you
Yeah.
have fun. I know you have fun.
Hey, your bass line and radio, fucking terrible.
Thank you.
You should just quit. Radio.
Yeah,
You
that's
should
the
just
topic.
quit.
We got into music a little bit. We didn't really dive into it.
Well, that's
So
because
let's-
that's a whole ass episode
Oh, yeah, that's a
just
whole-
in
But
itself.
then our fucking ADHD is like, Screw up.
Pretty much.
Anyways, like our ADHD is trying to end it right now. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Leave a like in the comment below.
We'll get awkward close-ups. Oh, we need to rotate.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe and push that bell for the notifications.
Yeah, and if you guys have any more criticisms
cover
or
the
topics you want
camera.
us to talk about, let us know, and we'll see you guys next time. Covering the camera.